Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about this story. I seen this early this morning, too, and I just got around to doing it. And it's the story of two gentlemen that over the last few years have recently been released from prison. They've been exonerated, and they are brothers, as a matter of fact. I'm talking about these two gentlemen here, Reginald Henderson and Sean Tyler, both Chicago residents. Now, what's crazy about this story, guys, is that these two gentlemen in, 1994, were beaten and tortured into false confessions because of corrupt cops in the city. And they were one of over 100 cases of men being tortured in the fake confessions and imprisoned. You know what I'm saying? In the state of Illinois. Guys, I'm going to play this excerpt of these guys coming out of court, and I'll let them tell the story. And then after that, I'll give my 2 cents as always, and we'll take it from there. But guys, this is a sad story. Check it out.
The brothers quoting Martin Luther King Jr. saying their justice delayed is justice denied, and vowing with their families standing behind them to prove their innocence in court.
The reality is that you got two African-American men here who are fighting for their lives and have been from 17 and 18 in the city of Chicago.
A crushing day in court as two brothers who say they were tortured into confessions nearly 30 years ago by corrupt cops trained under Commander John Burge must wait even longer for a chance to be certified as innocent.
I want to move and not be watched. Move and not be judged. That's what I want to do. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's supposed to happen for someone who's innocent. That's how an innocent person moves.
Sean Tyler and Reginald Henderson were freed several years ago, exonerated of their murder conviction. Today, after years of waiting, a judge denied them a certificate of innocence, forcing the brothers to prove their actual innocence for a murder that occurred in the 90s.
We know from the evidence that has been presented that they don't have the goods. And that's why it's so frustrating, because then it feels just like an effort to delay, and it's senseless and cruel.
A certificate of innocence would expunge the murder conviction, allowing the brothers to no longer be labeled felons.
It's easier to get a job. You can own a firearm, any number of things you can do. The other thing is it unlocks the doors to monetary recovery. So a certificate of innocence would then entitle them to seek relief from the state for wrongful imprisonment.
ABC 7 legal expert Gil Sofer says the state isn't obligated to oppose certificates of innocence.
And yet, at the same time, the state can say, but it doesn't mean they were actually innocent of the crimes.
That contradiction confounding to the two men who spent decades detained for a crime they say they didn't commit.
If you exonerated us, then what else is left?
We have every right to stand here before you and ask for our lives back.
That's right.
Respectfully.
That's right.
Respectfully.
Now, the brothers' new court dates are April 20th for a status hearing, May 4th and 5th for hearings with witnesses. We reached out to the Cook County State's Attorney's Office for an explanation on why prosecutors are opposed to a certificate of innocence, but have not yet heard.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Two things stand out with this whole case, and I know you guys are smart enough to figure it out. First thing is this. If you listen to the news article, right, it says that they are forced, because they are denied their certificate of innocence, right? They're forced to come up with the proof that they didn't do the crime. They were exonerated. Is that not enough? What was the proof? Enough proof to exonerate them and say that they didn't do it. You see the game they play? Man, the justice system, man, it's like anywhere you go, it's always these stupid loopholes and stuff like that they play on people, especially poor folk, because poor folk make up, we're going to keep it real, the majority of the people in prison, be it all different colors, all different nationalities, all different cultures. That's what it is. How are they going to prove and get proof that they didn't do it and all this other stuff if they got 25 plus years of loss? These folks right here, Mr. Tyler, Mr. Henderson, supposedly 17, 18 years old when they were beat up by grown-ass men into a submission, them with a bunch of other people. Now, what the story don't tell you, the city had to spend millions of dollars in lawsuits. So what does that tell you? The second thing, this come down to money. Do you know how much money they owe them people? They owe them, right? Now, letting them out of prison is not enough. They owe them over 25 to 30 years of imprisonment, right? I don't know the exact number, in pay. Because a lot of you guys don't know, when you're exonerated and you're wrongly accused and you're locked up, the city got to pay your salary of what they deem you would be making yearly for every year you locked up. Got to kick out buku money. 25 years. That's a lot of money they had to kick out. These men right here, if they're 17, 18, and 94 or whatever, they got to be close to 50 years old. We're over that. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, they look like, they were older gentlemen, around my age probably. But the thing is, somebody got to pay, and they don't want to pay. The city don't want to pay. They don't want that old stuff brought up with the corrupt police officers and detectives and all that stuff back then. They trying to sweep them under the rug. It's good these people are fighting. And that's one of the things we got to do when we are wrong. Sometimes we ain't got to take it to the street and use our fists. We got to use our mind. They doing the right thing. They've been in the justice system. During that time that slowed them down. They know they have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. City owe them money. They're going to get it. They are not victims. They are survivors. And that's one of the things we do in the Black community. We always cry victim when somebody does something to us, or we want somebody to be persuaded into believing somebody did something to us. We claim victimhood. We need to claim survivalism. Now, that's what a lot of people in the Jewish faith do. And I'm not trying to be anti-Semitic or nothing like that. I would never be like that. But I'm saying they turn the tragedy with them into a motivation for them as a people. They don't deal with people saying bad things about them or doing crimes against them as a people. That's what we need to do. That's the blueprint we need to follow. And that's the thing. They are not victims. They're survivors. They use strength in numbers, strength in coming together, strength in the negative part of their history that turns into a positive to where they don't go back to that. And that's what we need to do as people. You understand what I'm saying? And not be so divided amongst ourselves and making everybody else the enemy of us when we can't even work together. Now, getting back to this, why are they denied? Now I said this about money. I already told you, but think about it. You exonerated them. Why they can't get a certificate? Once they get that certificate, that's the ATM card to getting paid. Now they can sue. Man, this thing looks bad all the way around. And it's in the public. And y'all look bad. You look at everybody sees through it. And that's the part that's crazy. This whole thing is total BS. Total BS. They don't want to pay. And I don't know how this is going to end. But I mean, believe you me, man, they're going to get their day. Why you got to keep going back and forth? They've been out 3 years and ain't got this. Do you know the ramifications? Just like the guy said, I don't want to be walking around with the burden on my back and being watched and this and that and not being a free individual. You out here in the world, but you just here. Men have drive. We have passion. We're passionate about things. We have to have a sense of purpose. This is not their sense of purpose. Running behind the state saying, hey, listen, you let us out, give us our due. It's bullshit. How much time you think they got left on the planet? They in their late 40s, early 50s. That's around the time people retire. Now they got to start all over. Listen, they said they lost their mother during this time of false imprisonment. They lost their mother and their sister during that incarceration time. You can't get that back, people. You can't. And this can happen to anybody. Remember the movie with the guys in New York? What was it? The New York 5, Central Park 5. Remember how they was kids and they was just looking to grab anybody. And this happens around the United States too. They'll beat people in confession. New York infamous for that. I knew that before I seen the video. But if you don't believe me, go look at that Central Park 5 movie they had out a couple of years ago. If it's still out, go look at it. Look how they did them kids. They beat them into fear. 17, 18 years old, you're still a child. A grown man's strength is a grown man's strength. They get the beating on you and stuff. You'll say whatever to make them stop. Normal torture tactic. That's messed up. They went through that. That's hellish. And then all of a sudden, your freedom. They didn't even know how it is to be adults in the street. All of that social development from when you get out of school at 18 years old up until 24 years old, it's a social type. It's a certain type of social development that you established in the direction of where you want to go, as far as establishing a trade, a career, opening a business, and they were denied all of that. These guys almost senior citizens released. They can never get that time back. And all they asking for is just a chance to start. And the justice system can't give it to them because of what? Money. That's why I tell you, it's not about your color. It's about the currency. We fight over white and black. There's always somebody making green. They know that's the right thing to do to give them that stuff. They know it's the right thing, but they don't want to kick out the money. Think about it. Guys, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, man. You know, is this messed up? Justice system when the same old BS, man. As always, man, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Mr. Taylor and Mr. Henderson, I hope y'all get what's coming to y'all. Tenfold. You guys take care.